All right. So, hi everyone. It's been a pleasure being here, and I'm excited to finally talk about our project, AQI Travel. So, in short, just off the back, what is our vision and where do we want to go? It's like we want to build a next generation travel experience for digital natives. But the question is, what does that actually mean? And on the long term, for us, that means one application where everything comes together and where there is more direct loyalty, and in the future, it must be commission-free. Of course, this has been tried before, and it's a massive undertaking. And what we really set out to do, and that's also how we in the end ended up with blockchain, is find a way to make this possible. So right now, I also want to continue talking about maybe not how we're going to have this long-term vision completely from A to C, but actually how we're going to get this started and gain the first traction in the market. So let me start with who is we. So obviously, I think you've all met Leo and myself by now. And then we have our other co-founder, Cedric. Cedric is based in Rotterdam and is economics and law student. And we are currently supported by one advisor, who's an old professor of mine and is a professor of quantitative methods and machine learning. So the problem we identified completely in the beginning was really that for us as passionate travelers, the digital experience of travel is too fragmented. I mean, you might reckon it yourself. You look for your transportation on Skyscanner, and then you go to booking.com or Expedia to book a trip, and next I book my activities at Get Your Guide, and for restaurants I go to Google Maps and TripAdvisor. And, well, that's the first thing, but what we really wanted to do is actually solve a much bigger problem, and this where businesses have high commissions that reduce service quality to their guests, as well as their profits. So what we're trying to achieve is a travel super app, in essence. One app that will connect travelers and businesses with lower fees and more direct loyalty. So this allows a traveler to plan, book, and experience travel better, while at the same time increasing the bottom lines of businesses. So looking better in how this platform must look like, I mean, you can all imagine this is very bulky and the content is bulky, so it must be a great user interface, a great user experience, and that's where AI comes into play. But not going too much into detail there, what we really want to achieve is for explorers, our travelers are explorers, because we say everyone that lives close to a destination can also go to that destination and explore, and they are there year-round, because there is a lot of great close to where we live. But they need to explore more, get rewarded, and pay less, while businesses attract guests, build loyalty, and earn more. And then we had great presentations of VoIME protocol. We are really not speaking about these large corporate loyalty programs, but really focusing on the small and medium-sized businesses that are there a lot in travel and that most often struggle of the corporate policies. So a business can create a reward to either attract a customer or build loyalty. So imagine I arrive here in Rome, and through a gamified interface, I will receive a personalized reward as an explorer, which a business has created to attract a guest. And I go to this business, I transact with that business, and then we're already here at step 4, where by engaging and exploring more as a traveler, I level up in the app, which allows me to get better rewards. At the same time, a business that wants to offer loyalty rewards can give me another reward. For example, if I come back this week, I'm going to get a free drink, or a discount of a meal if I come before 2 p.m. So what we're really trying to achieve here is bring the voucher and coupon system back, but then digitally and automated through blockchain technology. And, well, this is a special slide for this convention, because normally we try to completely avoid the blockchain story. We're convinced that people just need to have the benefits of what's possible. But deep down, we have this big decentralized dream where this platform needs to be decentralized. But for now, we're going to start in a Web 2.5 approach, where via wallet as a service onboarding, people are going to receive wallets automatically. They can transact with stable coins, USD and USDC, and top those wallets up with crypto. So there's a potential link to non-custodial wallets. And what for us is really interesting, like in the dream, is at some point we want people to be able to export those Explorer levels as an NFT. So if I have used the app for 3 years, and I hope not, but for whatever reason decide to stop, I can actually sell my level to someone else that is very interested in having a higher level because he might have started using the app a month ago, absolutely likes it, and can continue there. And as well as we want people to be able to bundle all these different vouchers. For example, I go to Rome, but I have 5 leftover rewards that I cannot use, and I will not come back to Rome anytime soon. Then I can really bundle this and also sell them on a secondary marketplace. And even further down the line, what we really hope is to launch a governance token, and from there, bit by bit, decentralize the platform. So the idea is that the platform must be free for anyone. Any business can come up there for free and create a limited amount of rewards to attract businesses, and the payment needs to happen via the platform. And there's a 2.5% fee for the business and a 1% user fee for non-premium members. But for us, that's the wrong button. For us, what it's really about, it's the premium plans. So on the Explorer side, we are really looking to put a paid premium membership program out there that allows you to get, cash top-ups, better rewards, premium features, as well as the elimination of the user fee. And for premium partners, it's really that they have every customization option to target to give the rewards to the customer they really want and that spends most money and that best fits with their business profile, as well as unlimited creation of these rewards, and also being able to say, I want a traveler that's at minimum level 10 because I know they have proven themselves on the app and they spend more and they're going to be great for my business, so I can reward them a bit more. So in terms of roadmap, of course, it's still a big thing, and here comes the thing, how we actually want to approach it. What we really want to do is start small, both geographically small as small in product. So we have divided everything in 3 phases, and in the phase 1, we focus on the Explore features. And Explore is really, restaurants, activity, events, everything I can do in the day and how I explore a local destination. And we will launch this regionally for one specific, domestically very interesting touristic destination in the south of the Netherlands. And from there, we will start scaling. So over summer of 2025, we will add a booking engine where people can book hotels in the same region and start focusing more and more on these on the outbound traveler. Because in the beginning, what we really want to do is focus on everyone that lives close by and just wants to build loyalty in their favorite restaurant, and this way grow organically. And we've been busy in the past 2-3 months to get people on board in this region. So as of now, we have over 20 businesses that would like to work with us and that see an interest in having more direct rewards as a smaller business, as well as one ambassador, which right now owns 3 different restaurants, and one is in the making. And via him, we will really start and go to market and focus on organic growth, and also have a test environment to actually see, hey, does this work? So this start is going to be in the first quarter of 2025, where we focus on the organic growth, so the so-called local explorers, and they can gain rewards at their favorite restaurants. And moving into the next quarter, we really want to continue this organic growth through partnering up with events before launching the booking engine over summer, and starting to target inbound domestic travelers. So in terms of fundraising, we are currently looking for a 150,000 investment at a 1 million valuation. And in the current progress, we have really been as efficient as possible with the resources we have, as we have been bootstrapping and working with local subsidy programs. And moving on, this will actually enable us to, over the next 12 months, grow to 20,000 B2C users and 200 B2B users. And then why now? Well, there's this, well, as you all know here, the online travel market is growing, but at the same time, it's not just growing. There's a completely new type of digital native traveler coming that doesn't only want digital first experiences, but also more experiences in general. They're way more experience oriented. And at the same time, what we have noticed talking to DMOs, talking to the local government, is that they're really fed up with the high transaction fees and want more control and ownership over their distribution. And that was an introduction to AQI Travel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dank je wel.
Graag gedaan.
Do we have a question? Yes, please, Lamberto. Okay.
2 questions.
Yeah, go for it.
The first one, once you will have ready the program, the platform, how do you plan to give it visibility to the market? This is the first question. Mm-hmm. The second question is, how have you planned to contract the product?
Sorry, the last one.
I mean, you have to generate services into the platform, mm-hmm. Restaurant, hotels, whatever. Okay, so you have to ask them to integrate prices, availability, restriction, exactly. All this stuff, and it's a huge, very huge work to go mm-hmm. one by one to get this information.
Yeah, that's true. So let me get back to the first question first. So the focus really in the beginning is an organic onboarding. So we are talking here people that already go to certain restaurants, go to certain activities, and that can now redeem loyalty there. Because if in the process of talking to all these small businesses is, yes, we see a benefit in loyalty, but there is no way for us to execute and actually make this work. So there it really is that in the beginning, the first users will be onboarded by restaurant owners saying like, hey, you want to collect loyalty on coming here, these and these are the options. And that way, they will be able to explore the actual features that are all available in the app. And then if we look in terms of content, so that's indeed a challenging part. But that's where the strategic decision also came to focus in phase 1 only on restaurants, events, etc., in a very local space. So there it's actually possible for us to do this manual onboarding. And these are businesses that don't have to load a lot of inventory right off the back. And then if we would move on to the hotel booking engine, we would mostly work with smaller chains, not on boutique hotels, not the real big corporations, and their focus on as well manual onboarding by integrating into their PMS systems. So especially what we hear, I don't know how it is all over Europe, but almost every hotel we've spoken to in the Netherlands is currently switching to Muse, which is very cloud friendly and API friendly. So that's where that opportunity will lie.
Thanks a lot. So you mentioned you have like 20 partners or so in your long list, which mm-hmm. I think is nice. What drives the partner with the 3 restaurants to do a test with you? So what is motivating him other than saying, okay, these are nice guys? So what is the business reason for him to do that?
Well, yeah, indeed, the first thing comes forward out. They are nice guys, and I like their idea, but from our side, it's like he sees an opportunity in it, and we really work together there to give him, as well in the region, the first mover advantage. And obviously, we have agreed on offering premium services to him on our reduced fare. But the exact details we haven't worked out yet. But that's a work in progress. Silke is actually working on it as we speak, so this week.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You want to talk?
Yeah. First suggestion, if I would, is be laser focused. If you're trying to penetrate, let's say, the F&B industry, laser focus on that before you're like trying to move into hospitality, because then that can get a little bit messy. And based at the stage that you're at, I would just suggest like be laser focused at one particular penetration. But the second thing I really wanted to check with you on is, of all the travel I've done and where I live and so forth, and the small mom and pop restaurants or coffee shops, the rewards programs they have, I don't know in the region that you're at how that looks like. Can you talk a little bit towards like what have you looked into in terms of like a comp set analysis? Like what competitors are there? What is the niche for you if there is a competitor?
So really offering these local rewards, we don't see similar solution right now. So what we do see is, for example, if you look at the restaurant sides, you have these service providers that have SaaS solution, of course, to do reservation and build guest profiles. Obviously, we have things like OpenTable, where deals can get published through, or The Fork. But really talking to restaurant owners, at least regionally, it's not the solution they are looking for, especially not something that's very big in the Netherlands. I have no clue what their international exposure is. It's called Social Deal. And what that allows restaurants to do is, in a non-busy period, they can create a sort of voucher at ridiculously low prices. But also they're not happy with it, as very often it's difficult to predict, and everything needs to be arranged already before. And they just attract people that really are only searching for the discounts. And of course, there needs to be some sort of correlation between actual spending and the rewards people get.
So you don't think the likes of Groupon is a competitor?
It is, indirectly it is, definitely. Yeah. But it's Groupon and that Social Deal I just mentioned are very similar in their setup. So I think the argument remains the same. It's the deal hunters that come there.
Okay. Yeah. And that's the reason why I was trying to get at, like, what do you think the niche is? Like, what is that unique secret sauce that you have that you can compete with other players in this space?
It's instant. It's gamified, it's instant, and it engages me directly to come back, and not come back in a month, but come back tomorrow.
Gotcha. Yeah. And based on that question, I would suggest, like, on the future iteration of your deck is to maybe add a little bit of a comp set analysis to show that you're aware of the space and what your plans on in competing in this space.
Yeah, so that sounds good. It's a good one.
Could you please go back to the crypto slide? Oh yeah, that one. Thank you. Right. Okay. I won't really analyze everything, but I kind of want to ask the same question as before and see if it's a good question in general. Like, what would you do if blockchain didn't exist? Would you try to build it anyway? Would it make sense, etc., etc.?
I think we would try to build it, but in the end, what it's first really about, it's giving control back to businesses and not being the one that forces them to give certain rewards. And also that, indeed, if we look here at the step where users in the end, if they have certain rewards in their wallet, can actually sell off these rewards very easily, with us really intervening in that. So it's your money that you spend, so it's going to be your reward.
So your secondary marketplaces, which you can't stop, basically, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, without blockchain, you will need to build it, and then you will control it. All right, so you said businesses, so that's more for the end user, right? They're selling the rewards as an NFT on the secondary marketplace. What about businesses again? What is their advantage of being decentralized?
We look at blockchain. Yeah, so for the business, that's really, longer term is that we really want this to become a platform by the businesses for the users, and that's where a governance token comes into play. Okay. But we need to have the fundamentals right, like that's what we feel like. We're not there yet.
Piggybacking on that one, and mine as well, in case you're asked the same question that I asked earlier, I think it's awesome if you could say something about you're a Web3 native, that's your niche, right? You're a Web3 native. You have operational efficiency via smart contract, transparency, etc. Groupon, etc. They don't have that. So that's a great way for you to be able to really showcase, like, that's where your innovation is.
Yeah, that sounds also a good one. The only thing what we have been facing in that sense is if we speak to local stakeholders, they don't care about blockchain at all. Like, as soon as they hear blockchain, it's like, but yeah.
All right, done, right? Any more questions?
Anyone?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.